Thank you so much for attending my presentation about the polarizing balance of two-turn moves, and first let's quickly look at their mechanics. The fundamental idea behind these moves is pretty simple. On turn 1 the move charges and doesn't deal any damage. Then the next turn it actually goes off. There are some differences between what those charge turns look like depending on the move, which tends to have a drastic effect on how good they are. However, there is a consistent way to give these charge moves some more juice, the power herb. This condenses the charge and the actual attack into one action, which can lend a bunch of power without the drawback, but this is a once per battle item. How broken could it be? For a lot of these moves, the answer is still not that good. The most common form of two-turn moves are the invulnerable ones, where your charge turn involves you becoming invulnerable. This is pretty flawed, as you're basically giving your opponent free tempo for what's probably going to be a resisted hit or maybe even nothing as it bounces off a protect. However, there are some use cases for these moves. Phantom Force is an interesting option, often being run on Dragapult as its best physical ghost stab option. This is generally pretty unremarkable, but has the upside of going through protect, which makes it more consistent in doubles. Everything else though is more gimmicky. Pairing these moves with Copycat, Lagging Tail, and Prankster lets them become very difficult to stop as you use the move before your opponent and hit them after they move the next turn. This is really flimsy though, and is often cited as a trap for beginners who don't have well-built teams. It has seen some success though. There's also a notable glitch in Gen 1 with two-turn moves where getting fully paralyzed on the second turn makes you completely invincible. This is actually broken and would lead to these moves being banned in the format, which is pretty on brand for RBY. Super quick shout out to Skydrop, a move that I'm only not talking at length about here because it probably deserves a whole video by itself just for how long it takes to fully describe. In short, it's 60 base power fly, but you carry the opponent up into the air with you and completely incapacitate them. This is strong in doubles and has had a lot of success, but also has a long list of qualifiers and conditions and was ultimately dexited. It was strong though, likely the best invulnerability based two-turn move, and do expect a more in-depth video about it at some point. This is really interesting. But imagine if your charge turn wasn't so useless. Meteor Beam is fascinating, being a 130 base power rock type special move that gives you a special attack boost before going off. This is immediately better than anything before it, as you're getting solid value no matter what. Meteor Beam would see a ton of usage on rock type special attackers like Nihilego, who can become an immediately threatening sweeper. But this was turned up to 11 with Electroshot, our Caledon's signature move. This is, in essence, electric type Meteor Beam with one huge difference. It's always one turn in the rain. This turns Electroshot into the most powerful no drawback move in the game, plus it gives you a special attack boost before usage, so it only gets stronger. This one option makes the bridge completely broken both in singles and doubles. In the former, it was banned after making rain the best archetype in the game by a lot. Then, in VGC Regulation H, it would anchor the rain playstyle again while winning tons of tournaments. The big issue with this is how it lets you run an item that isn't the power herb. Arc could just throw on the assault vest and become impossible to take down while it ripped your team apart. And then, after the rain is over, who cares? Now you have 3 special attack boosts and are free to start ripping flash cannons or Draco meteors. Pretty fucking broken if you ask me. And now we get to talk about Geomancy, one of the dumbest things ever put into a video game. This is a two-turn move that, at the end, gives you a +2 boost to special attack, special defense, and speed. Okay, so it's 2 quiver dances. Why is that so broken? Well, with a power herb, it becomes the best setup move in the game. Even one is enough to make you almost unwallable, turning its beneficiary, Xerneas, into a deadly sweeper. This thing is stupid good and has a long history of breaking formats. Have fun trying to take down the monster clicking +2 stab Moonblast while also shrugging off nearly every special attack in the game. By the way, it's not just singles. In VGC, while a little worse, it's seen a ton of play as a crazy setup sweeper with Dazzling Gleam. Saying it's all because of this move might sound a little disingenuous, but it really is. Xerneas would be merely good if it didn't have Geomancy, but instantly becomes ban-worthy from Gen 9 Nat Dex Ubers with it. I can't overstate just how insane this move is and how much it warps the game. In conclusion, two-turn moves are tough to balance. The inherent drawback of giving your opponent a free turn makes them feel almost useless without the power herb, but the benefits provided in just one turn are often a little too much. Honestly, I'm not sure how I'd change this, but still, take Electroshot and Geomancy out of the game. Thank you so much for watching.